Welcome to another round of Sports Reviews. Tonight I'm reviewing Toronto FC 1, New York Red Bulls 4 in the second match of the 2022 MLS season. My God, that was bad. That was bad. Goals were scored as follows. 17th minute, Lewis Morgan gets a ball in through, takes a shot at the top of the box. Nobody's closing him down. Puts it near post, curls it in. Bono can't get a save on it, a hand on it. It's 1-0 New York. Lewis Morgan in the 24th minute, very similar. Klimala puts it in, passes it to Morgan. He takes a banger of a shot. Again, Bono can't get a hand to it. 24th minute, 2-0 Red Bulls. Jesus Jimenez, Luca Petrasso puts the ball in. Looked pretty good in this game, he did. Puts the ball in. Jesus Jimenez wheels his way through the defenders, runs past Coronel, rounds him, puts the ball in the net to make it 1-2 in the 35th minute, but it gets worse. Lewis Morgan, Jaquil Marshall-Ruddy gets fouled. Jacob Schaffelberg can't stop the play with a tactical foul at the midfield line. Lewis Morgan runs basically straight up the pitch, one-on-one with Bono. Easy as you like, slots it. Horrible defensive play and a horrible breakaway to give up 1-3. Then Aaron Long in the 42nd minute, free header. Nobody's marking him, not even Salcedo. Free header for Aaron Long. 42nd minute, 1-4. Goes to halftime, 1-4. It would end 1-4. Stats are as follows: 6 shots to 13, 4 shots on goal to 9, 67% possession to 33% possession, 640 passes to 308 passes. 83% pass accuracy to 64% pass accuracy, 12 fouls to 19, 1 yellow card to 3, 0 red cards to 0, and 7 corners to 5. Toronto. What was that? Showed all that growth, all that progress in week 1 in a very sloppy game. You come back this week to basically, a Red Bull fan basically said to me in a space that Red Bulls would let us hold possession, have it, cede possession to us, and hit us on the counterattack. Well, what happened? Exactly that. And I knew this game could possibly get ugly. I had a feeling that there was a chance this could get ugly. Oh, and it got ugly. What a home opener. What a dud. By what I mean, what a home opener. What a dud. Defensively, where was the marking? Schaffelberg looked out of his depth. Jaquil, good offensively. Defensively, not the best. Not the greatest. Okay, maybe. Passable defensively. Still got beat. Offensively looked pretty good. But that was pretty easy to do considering there wasn't much. Jesus Jimenez scores his first TFC goal. That's great. Luca Petrasso looked amazing. I have to say, he looked great. He was a revelation. I thought Luca Petrasso looked good. That was a good game from Luca in his debut. Michael Bradley is still a problem for this team. When Ralph Prizo came on, you know who looked better? Ralph Prizo. You know what happened with the midfield? Started to stabilize. Center backs-wise, Salcedo almost lost his head, almost got a red card for a tackle that was a red card tackle, honestly. Went to VAR, they kept it a yellow. Luckily, he'll play next week. O'Neal didn't look so bad. McNaughton, I liked him. This TFC team, they weren't completely trash like last year. That's the problem with this game. I can't really complain. And by the way, a whole second half without conceding a goal. They didn't score one, but they didn't concede one. They didn't let it get worse. Again, that's progress, but not the progress you really want to see. But is this a character builder, or do they just suck? But either way, this game hurts. Because is this a character builder, or do they just suck? Or are they going to drop performances like this every so often? And Insigne, does he help this? Does Crescito help this, the way they played? I'm not sure. What is Insigne going to do? Make us lose 5-3 every week? He scores 3 goals on his own, or Pozuelo scores 1, and Insigne scores 2, and we lose 5-3 every week? Because the defense just can't keep up? Because Richie Larea chose to go to Forest, and he's not getting play because Jed Spence is sitting right in front of him and a freaking center mid? Even though he could have been paid $900K here? But he says, I'm going to take my dream move and basically just be stapled to the bench. Yeah, that's a smart idea, Richie. And then TSN has to just stab us in the back like, oh yeah, here's a video of Richie when he got presented at Forest. Yeah, that's great. Cool, cool. And Auro, by the way, would have been useful. Soteldo was gone. I think he loved the city, but no, since he was Soteldo's friend and in that clique last season, he's gone. Right? And then Kamar Lawrence, I don't know what's going on with him. I think he's just not Bradley's style, but it probably would be better to have an actual outside back playing outside back. Now, what's the best thing we do? What? When Crescito comes, we play 3 at the back? Whether that's Crescito, Mavinga, Salcedo, or Crescito, O'Neal, Salcedo? Or with wing backs, or does Crescito play left back? And then Jaquil goes to the other side, or something like that. Which I don't know if that's a good idea. I say 3 at the back, but what does that do? We're still having wing backs who honestly is still learning how to defend. And you can tell they're paying for their inexperience. They're paying. People are targeting Marshall, Ruddy, and Schaffelberg, especially Schaffelberg. They're targeting him. I say play Caden Chung for a couple of games because honestly, he looked better. Caden looked better than Schaffelberg did. Because he's an actual outside back. Huh. That's not hard to figure out, ain't it? That's not hard to figure out. Captain Obvious. It's not hard to figure out. Schaffelberg's getting targeted every single play. When somebody's countering, it's down the right. Because Schaffelberg, he's a good attacker. He's a winger, though. He cannot defend to save his life. He's going to get beat. Jaquil, he could try. He's trying. But of course, you're still going to pay at least once or twice. The dude is 17. Still 17, right? He's 18 this summer, right? Yeah. He's younger than me. Yeah, I feel old. Thank you very much. I mean, 22 and I feel old. That's probably a problem. But with that being said, 17 years old. 17, 18. Right? And he's still paying for his mistakes. Right. Schaffelberg, good player. Can't defend. Jaquil tries to defend. He'll pay, though. He'll learn. He'll make mistakes. He's not perfect. That's the problem. And then center backs wise, you have all this space, and then look what happens. You have them chasing down. It's not great. It's honestly, the first 2 goals for Red Bulls, great. I can't say anything bad about the Lewis Morgan goals. The 3rd goal and the 4th goal, oh boy. Now that's to where Toronto FC excelled last year with embarrassing goals against. Now that is 2021 TFC. Those were embarrassing. No marking on the header. No tactical foul at midfield by Schaffelberg. Again, got burnt. And Jaquil did kind of too, but he got fouled, but nobody called that. See, that's the problem. Defensively, this team is still leaky because they've made it that way. You can see, I mean, this team, I'll use the cake analogy. You have a big, beautiful cake. You have a big, beautiful cake at the middle of a table. Say it's a wedding. You're at your friend's wedding. You have a big, beautiful cake, but down the middle, there's one booger. Would you eat the rest of that cake, knowing there's a booger in there, or would you leave it alone? TFC, this game, honestly, is that. The performance, at times, was good. Defensively, it left lacking, but really, it was 4 mistakes. That's the bad part. We didn't completely suck. It was 4 mistakes. It was 4 boogers in that cake. You're going to have to dig for them. Do you want that cake or not? You don't. If you're in your right mind, maybe if you're a 5-year-old, you're fine with it, but you don't know whose booger it is. But still, you want that cake or not? But it's 4. That's just 1. It's 4. And 2 of them are obvious because those were good goals. The first 2 by Lewis Morgan. Great goals. They're obvious. You could see those and be like, fine, cool. The other 2 are buried deeper in the cake. You could flick the first 2 off, but there's still the other 2 that we're dealing with. You don't know where they are. But would you really also want to flick off the first 2? Basically, what I'm saying is you have a beautiful not a beautiful performance, but a good performance, so to speak, and then you have 4 big glaring mistakes. 4 big glaring muddy spots, right? And you look at it and it's just like, it's not like last year where they were completely bad and the whole cake was made of boogers, but this year though, it's just, come on now. What was that? And I can't blame Bob Bradley myself. I don't think this has anything to do with him per se. I mean, yeah, he's the sporting director as well. He did this rebuild, but he let Larea go. He let Auro go. And the outside backs are worse for wear for a result, but he's got Crescito coming later this month. That could help. The center backs are good. I have no problem with Salcedo and O'Neal tonight. They weren't the problem, except when Salcedo almost lost his head. But again, he didn't get a red card, which you could honestly say probably was a red card tackle. See, that's the problem. You don't know exactly what needs to be said. This team, they're not bad. That's the thing. They're not bad, but they had a horrible result. But you don't know if this is going to be until July or this was a character builder, and that's what scares me. This is what most people were afraid of. This is what the riders were like, though. This is why they'll finish 9th. The first half ain't going to be that fun. It's going to be a grind, and they're not going to do enough. They'll learn, but they're not going to pick up enough points. They may be right. And I hyped this team up too much, just like I did last year, saying, oh, the first half is going to be just fine. They'll get through it. Yeah, no. Could this be a character builder? Yes. Could this be what it is until Insigne comes? Yes. Could this be what it is even after he comes? We just win or lose by like 3-5 or win 5-3? Is that what it is? I don't know what to say. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. I expected better, and we didn't get it. Like, if you look at the numbers, it's like, yeah, their performance was okay. It wasn't completely trash like last year, but they still let in 4 goals. So, what is that supposed to mean, right? It hurts. It hurts because I expected better, and we didn't have better. But I'm befuddled. But there we go. So, man of the match for me, I'm going to say Luca Petrasso because he looked great. I have a very high hope for Luca Petrasso. He was great. Amazing on the wing, went through, passed well, took great crosses, got the assist. I have a very high appraisal of what Petrasso's performance was tonight, and he was great. I say maybe he should start over Jaden. I say Achara and Petrasso. Seriously, at this point. Achara still looks pretty good, but Achara and Petrasso on the wing, at least for now, is what I'm saying. It's what I think. So, at least until they go to a 3-back. But with that being said, Petrasso, man of the match for me. So if you like this video, like it, share, subscribe, hit that join button or that link in my description to become a member. $1.99 a month or $4.99 a month. Anything's appreciated. Hit that big red bell notification once you subscribe. Send a comment. Send a super chat on the live streams. Hit that like button. Put this in playlist. Put this Share this with your friends and family. All that great stuff. Tomorrow I have a live watch along in RSR for LAFC versus Portland Timbers. I hope you check that out. I'll be back tomorrow and then Champions League next week. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. See you later. In Toronto, this better have been just a character builder, a one-week thing, because if it's not, do better. Peace.